We getting ready to start this live. Give us a little time here to get this together. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Mm, mm, mm.
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's Saturday is lit, going well.
Mm, mm, mm. It's just in the air.
And Alicia, ChangeMakes live. I haven't been live with you guys, not in this way in a while.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
while we are sharing to our personal pages, we want you guys to just think about what we our video description, which is we are done fighting alone. We quit.
6 8, you better leave me alone.
Huh?
Don't be coming 6 8 in the comments. Don't be coming over here. Don't be coming over here talking that stuff.
We quit. Okay. Um,
Let me go share this real quick. Y'all make sure y'all share this. Please share it to your pages, share it to groups. I'm about to go share it on my page real quick, share it a few places. We can get some people tuned in and we can get down to
please share.
the meetup.
Y'all gonna want to hear. Okay.
But while we sharing, we just going, we chilling like we usually do. Man, today's been crazy day. Straight up.
It's been.
Straight up.
I feel like the rain was a fitting feature for today for sure.
Yeah, it's been real gloomy.
Hmm. We can't wait to give y'all this information.
We just need to get some viewers on here so we can get down to the nitty gritty here.
We are going to post a link to this stream so that if there's anything that we speak about that you guys want to chime in on, you can chime in. So you can access the link to the stream. We're gonna drop it down in the comments. So grab it from the
Yeah,
comments.
y'all can come on here, join us. We got some spots for y'all.
Shout out to my sister in the comments, Larita, because she told me to get off the phone and go live, talk about it. I saw shout out to Pinky and Alicia who was getting busy in the comments on the ChangeMakers page, and they definitely helped spark conversation tonight. Are y'all ready to get into it?
Let me get this link in here. Let me get this link. Put it there. Boom. Let me put it on the live on Facebook. Make sure it shows up. Y'all click on that link. You can join us if you want. So
We are
if
live
y'all
on
want to come in,
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn,
And
I believe.
LinkedIn. And
Are we live on
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn? Yeah.
We're live on LinkedIn.
Please, while you guys are go over to our YouTube, subscribe. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube, you are missing out on rewatching our videos. Sometimes you got to listen to them twice to get all of the content. So please go subscribe and click the bell on our YouTube channel. ChangeMakers for Wayne.
I feel like today's been super long. Like it's never ending.
These facts. We have so many different things. Open up a document just to remind myself. We have so many different things to speak about. Um, that we're gonna go in the order. Well, not in order of importance, but maybe we'll speak about the most important things so that the video won't be so long. But we'll chop it up for y'all on YouTube and post it maybe by topic. But should we speak about what sparked this conversation, this live first?
Well, for me, it's me trying not to get banned on Facebook. Okay. I'm trying my hardest, y'all. Y'all know I be in the comments everywhere. I'm trying my hardest not to get banned on Facebook. And it's been hard today. I just was triggered. Sometimes people just trigger you. You know what I'm saying? So,
So yes, um, we are done fighting alone. We quit. So where did that topic come from? I mean, it's really just facts for real. I mean, we just go have a conversation with y'all tonight.
for
But
real.
it's really just facts. You know, fighting alone and fighting white supremacy, fighting within your own community, fighting black people who are gatekeepers in the community, gatekeepers to sometimes power, right? Fighting, ooh, this is a hard one. Fighting religious people, whether that be black or white, fighting religious people, uh, fighting in our own lives, fighting to keep our lives together. That could be socially, financially, you know. Um, it's just an all around fight. And
And
we are done
before we
fighting alone,
continue, I'm gonna be me. So you know what I'm saying?
period.
I'm smoking me a
Period.
cigarette. Y'all gonna stress me out.
When
Y'all gonna stress me out.
when we go live late like this, just I mean, y'all didn't say we didn't drink our wine and things online, so y'all know what it is. It's time to be 100% real. We're done fighting alone. We quit. So that came from okay. There was a post that we posted yesterday on Facebook, and I'm gonna go to that post. We can actually should we share screen and look at that post together?
Yeah, we can do that. Let them see it so they can just see it for themselves. If they haven't seen it already. I mean, it's kind of been back and forth all night,
Yeah.
but let me see.
If you want to see the post, you can go to our Facebook page right now and just go to our most one of our most recent posts, both of them, and you can see what they're talking about. They
I'm gonna pull it
are.
up so y'all can see it. Let me try to pull it up here.
Let's look at that post together. I hope to see everybody on this live subscribe to our YouTube page tonight, right now.
Hmm,
Please go over and watch the stream on our YouTube page. Watch it with us on YouTube.
here we go. Okay, now. Okay.
Hopefully y'all just still chilling with us. Like, go get a glass of wine and just chill with us. Let's have a conversation. And if you have,
Look,
if
my
you want
kid's
to talk
fighting.
with us,
You're sideways, girl. You should look sideways. Look,
I'm gonna share this with
stop, guys.
you. Watch. We just sharing it. I'm sharing the
Okay.
screen with other people that I know would want to watch it.
Are you sharing? Are you sharing screen? I'm sharing screen right now. Oh wait, let me get down here. There we go. Okay, there we go. There it is. Can y'all see that? Somebody type something in the comments. Let me know if y'all can see that. I just want to make sure this is working properly. Yes, just type yes or something. Thumbs up. Give me something. Okay, cool. So y'all can see that. That is the post from today. This is the post from today. Um, where we talked about the public safety message that went out to the public, um, and the descriptive words they used to describe the little boy's hair. Um,
Yeah.
as you can
You
see,
want to read that post for them? The post says, so this is what Fort Wayne Police Department sent out. We were told that, and y'all can let us know, type in the chat if we're wrong, but we were told that the Indiana State Police sent this emergency alert out. But in most cases, these people are one and the same. Just like with the last year for the protest, these people, Fort Wayne Police Department and the state police, work together to attack Black people and to attack people who are out there protesting. So in this instance, they're one and the same because it's the same culture. But it says public safety message. Fort Wayne police are searching for missing 12-year-old Travis Black, male Black, 5'6", unkept short afro, last seen wearing white t-shirt, black basketball shorts, left on foot from the area of, and then they gave us the information, the address. So is there anything, so for us, there was an immediate alarm, and so many people who commented on this post, most people who have any kind of, you know, brain was alerted, by this, were alarmed by this. But we wanted to check it out to see if we were crazy, and just send it out there to the people and let us how they felt about it because we felt like we weren't alone on this one. Thus, the topic we said that we are done fighting alone. And for this instance, we did not have to fight alone. Our allies and supporters
mm-hmm.
kicked in, and they literally felt the exact same way they felt. So when we say we're done fighting alone, we are because we're not fighting alone anymore. So we have comments. If you guys scroll down that post, and Alicia, we could go up so people could just see some of those comments there. Um, People expressing how shocked and alarmed they were. We could read some of them.
this one. I have never in my life seen a description about the nature of the missing person's hair until last night. I was upset by the description. Who approved the description of the missing young man? While I am grateful he was located quickly, unkept was not needed in his description. These are all allies, supporters. They all say the same thing. I was thrown off by that as well. I caught that immediately and was taken aback by it.
Yep. I was thrown off by that as well.
They're so wrong for
I
that.
caught
I
that
screenshot.
immediately and taken aback by it. Ridiculous. It wasn't helpful because I had no idea what they if I if super rude and unneeded. I'm very happy with the he was found for sure, but the description was pretty unhelpful. There's so many, y'all. I mean, this post reached over 7,000 people, 7,500.
So near the bottom of this post is where it started to get a little. Hmm. Let me find that. Wait, let me read. Let me read Rolando's. Rolando's. When I first read it, I thought it said upkept. Oh, where's she at? You disappeared on me, girl.
You can't see
Um,
me?
I can see you now. For some reason, you popped out. But anyway, it said Rolando said when I first read it, I thought it was upkept. But when I reread, I'm thinking like they don't never put shit like that. Maybe length and color, but not the damn maintenance of it. They came for Lil Bro Head. That like
For sure.
if it, like I said in my comment, if it was a white person, would they say she had dingy blonde hair or stringy brown hair
Stringy,
or
greasy, or she
greasy
had lice in her
grease
head.
like she was
It would
greasy.
never.
She had greasy hair or uh he had stinky armpit. Like why are you describing like the maintenance and upkeep or you know what I'm saying? That just doesn't make sense to me.
Agreed.
Getting in the comments here. Randy
Somebody
Shaw
is
said yes,
calling me
pissed me off.
while we're live. I can't answer calling me while I'm live. Oh my
Xerius is on here. He said, I'm disappointed and angered in Fort Wayne Police Department and ISP for the racist and disgusting description. They have done more to harm people of color than to protect. It's happening nationwide, but to see it happening in a Democratic stronghold with thousands of people of color, it's frustrating. Yes, it is. It was purposely done. The unkept goes back to racist tropes. Unkept equals wild, messy, etc. They were definitely trying to portray him in an animalistic, beastly, and dehumanizing way. Spot on. Thank you. Our
God.
elected officials are too busy attending press events to do anything concerning citizens. They should have said something. Huh,
Yep.
huh. We just
Should
saw
have
a
said
post
something.
today that said, what did it say about Daylana, you said, "Oh, I wonder what ours would look like here in our city." Was it Dr. Pressy's or Dr. Ford's post where it was like showing? I'm gonna say this, but it's not really. It didn't say this coons or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not all skin folk is kinfolk, right? You still there, girl?
Girl,
She's cutting out, y'all. Why is an afro viewed unkept? Exactly. Like what do you mean by that? Like why it just
am I
but
here? Okay.
you're here, yep. But there's always gonna be somebody,
Somebody.
some it's really it's something. Like you all seen the TikTok, okay? Something. Y'all always want to talk about something.
Yep.
Something.
Our media is, I'm trying to pick. the correct word here. Let's say bought. Um, the media can't report on anything if it's against the police. I mean, it's so many things, y'all. Like it's so hard for people who are truth tellers to get the word out just because the media, the police, I mean, everybody, the religious organizations in the city, the churches, the NAACP, the Urban League. I mean,
All
Fort
of them.
Wayne is Fort
All
Wayne
of
is literally
them.
wrapped up
They can't
by,
say nothing.
yeah, truth tellers
It's
have to
money.
go outside of the city to
It's
get. It's all about money. Yes,
money, money,
Alicia,
money,
for
money,
real.
money. Power and money. Power and money. I
Yeah.
want power and I want money.
How could
I want
any
to live
black
good.
person or black organization not have an issue with a black child being described as unkept when it comes to finding them? Like if his hair was combed or if it were brushed, would that make a difference?
It just sounds ridiculous. Like it sounds ridiculous even saying. It sounds ridiculous that this is even a thing. Like this is. I mean, come
But
on.
but let me tell you why it's a thing though. So in Washington, in Texas, and I believe in California, there are laws to protect uh black people and their hair. Protections for against injustices when it comes to black people and their natural hair. So it is that deep. Indiana is just behind the buck because every other state in the country, most of these other states in the country know that black people and their hair has been an issue in this country for so long. So they actually made laws to protect the hair. So the thing is that it is not unknown that this is an issue. This has been an issue for so many years. Going to work, if you work a professional job, you know that when you walk into the building, you are already feeling like, you know, I'm gonna be judged if I wear my a hair wrap. If I wear,
Hmm.
I wore a scarf over my head one day to work at Snyder High School, and the principal told me, Principal Chad Hissong, he's racist. He told me, he said, Daylon, actually he didn't tell me. I didn't know he had an issue with it at all. He put it in my personal record that I wore a do-rag, y'all. He called an African print beautiful head wrap a do-rag. He said she wore a do-rag to school, which is very inappropriate, right? So these things, I mean, even feeling the pressure to wear your hair straight, going out
Hmm.
outside of the house, or even people policing whether we wear a bonnet or not on our heads.
You don't see
It's just,
newscasters wearing their fros. You don't see them wearing their natural hair. Ain't none of them wearing their natural
oh,
hair.
girl. Mm,
I ain't never seen no. I ain't never seen no natural uh, on the news. I ain't seen it on TV
ooh,
anywhere reporting nothing. They all straighten their hair or wear wigs
say that, girl.
to look like.
I ain't see nobody rocking Afro puffs on the news. Now in Chicago, though, in Chicago, they will wear an afro and a pick in that joint. Okay, I'm just saying
It's
that's just how
serious.
it is. You know.
He always come with something. He said they wear them stiff ass wigs.
Listen, there's somebody that
My
not
hair,
on the
it
news
don't move.
anymore.
My
Been
hair,
wearing it
it
don't
don't
move.
move.
I know that's right. Y'all right about that. So yeah, that I mean, listen, y'all, it's a huge issue. Go over to our Facebook page and just look at the conversation that's been had. I believe in the last three hours, Pinky, Alicia, and a racist has been going at it. Has been going at it for the
Y'all
last
can see
three
it on the
hours,
screen.
and
A
I
Ron,
was just getting alert after alert.
A Ron. You see what he
Yes,
said?
we got some
Anyone
con.
that is offended by this, you need help, and you're definitely a major part of the problem in this world. None of you ever saw a child with messy hair. Do you even know the definition of the word unkempt? It was a description of the child's hair. Do you think the child was gonna comb or brush their hair to avoid being found? Get real. Shake my head.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
And he kept using the word unkept. There are a few white people, and there was a black woman today who said the same thing to me, that and I actually on the post as well, that said that pointing these things out are petty or silly. Um, but do you all not know that? See, when you don't know your history, you feel like these things are petty and silly. But when you don't correct things when they're seemingly small, they turn into
Mm-hmm.
much more. They turn into
Mm-hmm.
walking down the street, and because you have an afro, someone feels targeted, or just afraid of you because of the texture of your hair. Um, this is a young man who has to go back to school, and his friends could say, "Oh, you have unkept hair. Look at your hair. Ha ha ha." And then the fact of the
Right. Like
matter is that they will never do this to a white child.
never. Never. You would never see little Susie is missing and she has dirty hair. Little Susie is missing and her mom ain't take care of her hair, so that should be you should be able to find her because she's the one with the messy hair.
Yep.
Look out for the little blonde girl with the messy hair. No, it's not gonna happen. It just is not gonna happen. And everybody like this man is acting like this isn't a big deal. Why are you pointing it out? We're pointing it out because historically this is what they do to us. This is what they do. This is how they get white people to think different things about us. Okay? They use media, they use pictures, they use movies.
Hmm.
The Birth of a Nation. Hello.
Yeah.
In that movie, they depicted black men as rapists, violent.
And then they
Like
make
that's
you
how
hate
they do
yourself.
it.
Yeah. They make you hate yourself by saying that whatever hair that young man had is unkept, right? It could have just been a natural afro, but it is seen as unkept. And that's how they start to make you hate who you naturally are. That is why black
Hmm.
women had to perm their hairs or straighten their
Exactly.
hairs back in the day, because they said that the natural texture of your hair is not good enough for our set to walk into our professional jobs. You need to straighten your hair. In order to report the news on our station, you need to straighten your hair. They make you hate, and then they make you tease
Hmm.
each other. We've been in school just being legit. Girls who had thinner, straighter hair were always liked more or preferred over girls who had kinkier 4C hair.
Hmm.
So things like this, when you say that it's silly and it's small, it's nothing. It makes young people who have thicker hair feel like, oh, it's unkept. Let me make sure I don't walk out of the house without brushing it or giving myself 1,000 soups in the front to make it look like my hair is thinner, or piling all kind of edge control or whatever in it, because it's going to be unkept if I don't do all of this. I am live.
Yep.
Please do that. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it seems to be it seems that this is right on time. Like they strategically do things. Like here we are, we're in a movement, right? And we're moving forward. We have more women, black women today. Like, no, I'm not perming my hair no more. I'm cutting it off. I'm starting over. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So we're in this. It seems as though we're slowly changing, you know what I'm saying, within our culture, and coming up out of that oppressive, hold. And we're like, ooh, I like my hair. My hair
yeah,
is this is me. Like you see it, this is me. I cut my stuff off, I started over. Ain't no perm in my hair no more. This is me.
yeah,
And here we go with this. So what's next? What they trying to do next? Like it's like and it's just like how they layered it on there. They had a strategy in order to get us like beneath them, to make us feel a certain way, to act a certain way, to be seen a certain way. This is how they do it.
yeah,
So something this small can be just the beginning. just the beginning of something they want to, you know, a narrative, a narrative they want to push in the
Yeah, this
media.
is just it's just a symptom of a racist system. I mean, these are the outcomes that you get when you're dealing with a racist system. We already know that the policing in this country is racist and against black people. So this is just a symptom of that. And so yes, we are speaking and making people aware of the smaller symptoms, but we do have to speak to the laws that perpetuate, and that uphold racist systems like this. And so I think it's very important that we do both. But we can't let stuff like this slide because it's going to become a bigger issue. We hope that they hear. Well, we know they hear us because they stalk our page, but just a warning to them that we're not going to allow this again. And I'll say this to the black sophisticated people in Fort Wayne, Indiana, pastors who's going to stand up in your pulpit tomorrow on
Mm.
Sunday. You're going to stand up in your pulpit and look at a bunch of black people with natural hair, with thick hair. What are you going to say to them to empower them, to let them know that they don't have to accept things like this? Because that could have been, now the mother of that black child might be sitting in one of y'all congregations. You don't know who's going to be next. Are you going to
Hmm.
speak to them and empower them enough to be knowledgeable enough to know that they don't have to accept that? Right? So the thing is that pastors, you have a responsibility, and you all have not been living up to the standard that has been set for you all. You all should be speaking up. Let's think about Pastor Michael Latham. He would not have taken this. He was a pastor as well, and he would get up in his pulpit and speak against these things.
Mm.
Pastors, I charge all of you to get up and to speak the truth to your congregations and to empower them. And for every last one of y'all who knew about it, who didn't repost it, and who didn't speak about it, I don't care about none of y'all sermons. I don't care about none of y'all scriptures, because this is not like God. Everything that y'all are doing and not doing, it is not like God. I don't care about the suit
Whew.
that you wear. I don't care about the money that you have. I don't care about the sophisticated people that walk out of your church and have big time jobs. That is not living like Jesus, because Jesus didn't have none of that. And he was the most powerful man in the book. So I'm just gonna say that y'all are not impressive pastors in
Mm.
Fort Indiana,
Man, not just pastors.
not just
All
pastors.
the black leaders, the
The
black
back, like, yep,
officials. Why don't
yep.
y'all say something? Like, when
The
is that
black,
gonna change? When we gonna stop hiding? When are we gonna stop getting in positions and not being our true self for money or power? When are y'all gonna stop doing that? Like, when are we gonna change that?
yeah,
We can change that. Like, speak up. You have power. You have a position. Say something. Do something. Like, it's so tiring. It's like as soon as we like with the lady with the knife, Tara Rowling.
hmm,
Everybody want to jump on board later on when they see, oh, it's a big thing now. It's a big thing now. Like
yeah.
it's a big
Well,
thing.
even
Change
with
makers,
even
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, dang.
yeah.
But then everybody want to talk about us. Hey,
Oh
but
no,
y'all don't
they
want to.
they they dog us because we can mess up their money. All of these corporate sponsorships that they're getting, big
Tired of it.
sponsorships, they don't want us to mess up their money. All of these, like Alicia, like you said, the black
Hmm,
eliters, they can't talk because they are bought. Look,
I'm
hey,
tired
that's
of
a
it.
sermon right there. They can't
I'm
talk
tired
because
of it.
they are bought. Period. And that is
Leaders,
the end of it.
organizations, leaders of organizations, where kids go. Ooh,
Y'all
oof,
kids got thick hair.
oof. Where kids go after school programs. Oof. What y'all doing? Like what?
Yeah,
This is real sorry. Like I'm real tired of it. It's sick. It's sad.
yeah.
Like
You all
how are
are
we
the
supposed to make
gatekeepers.
change if y'all still just sitting silent and ain't
Mm.
y'all just quiet like shh, shh, okay,
Don't say
I got
nothing.
you. I got you. I can get you in here, but shh, you gotta be good. You gotta be good, girl.
Don't be
Don't
like
say
them
nothing
over
crazy
there.
now.
Don't be like the change makers, because you're not gonna be invited to the next luncheon. Ha.
Hmm.
You're not gonna get the
Be
next five
quiet.
thousand dollar
But
grant.
we gonna cut. Wait, we gonna send you a message. here in a couple months, we're gonna ask you to help us with something because we really need to get this first person in this position, and we want y'all to advocate for him. But shh, shh, when you come in here, don't say nothing. Be quiet. No,
But there are
no,
white allies.
no.
There are white allies who are looking up to you, black and leaders. White allies, and you all are leading them in the wrong direction. There are white allies who are tired. They hear the backroom conversations and they want to speak out about this stuff, but they're afraid to offend you all, black leaders. It doesn't matter how. I'm gonna stay off the
Ooh,
preach.
ooh, we gonna get in trouble tomorrow. Mm, we gonna get in trouble tomorrow, girl. They
Bring it
gonna be,
on.
oh, look, like they gonna be hitting up our phone as soon as we get off this live. I promise you, they're gonna be. It's gonna come out of nowhere. You already know. They
They gonna
always do it.
our money. But listen,
We gonna
the,
get message
the
after
same
message.
Bible
Why
that
y'all
they
say
read,
that?
the same gospel music that they listen to said that our help comes from the Lord. So if my help comes from the Lord, why do I have to impress y'all?
Mm,
Okay? Because the Lord ain't even satisfied with y'all. That's
mm.
why Jesus chose fishers and workermen because people like y'all weren't fitting the bill. Y'all ain't good enough to make it in. The Bible talks about the rich man. It's hard for a rich man to get into heaven like a camel fitting through the eye of a needle. So it's very hard for a rich man to get into heaven. So why are y'all out here searching for money? If the Bible tells you that it's harder for a rich man to make it into heaven, but you're doing everything to make it harder for you to make it in. So you should know if you read the Bible that y'all out here running and searching for money and cooning and dancing for money. That means that y'all not satisfying God. So that's why I don't come and listen to none of y'all sermons because y'all ain't really living the life that y'all talking about. Period. Period.
Mm.
And I'm gonna get off the preachers because they already know what time it
Mm, mm, mm.
is. Yeah, we in trouble. We already Alicia, listen.
Yeah, we in deep trouble. Deep, deep.
Listen,
We ain't
when
gonna get
we don't
invited
say
to
nothing,
nothing. They
okay,
ain't gonna ask us.
they not
They're
gonna
gonna
buy
shun us. They're
t-shirts.
gonna shun us. They don't want no t-shirts. They don't want no Black Lives Matter bracelets. They don't
No,
want. They ain't gonna want.
they
They
ain't
ain't even
coming to
gonna
no
speak to us.
protest.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No events. We ain't gonna
No,
be. We can't. We ain't gonna be at the luncheon or nothing.
no,
Mm.
girl, we can't even wear our cute dress to the lunch, and that is a shame.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Mm.
They
I
don't
guess
want
we
us
just
there.
keep on going to the city council meeting and the school board meetings. They welcome us, so we'll be there.
They ain't got no choice.
Right,
They
we'll
ain't
be
got no
there.
choice. Man. Oh
So,
shoot. Pastors have
um,
gotten to the point where they think they are God. They play God on Sunday, but at showgirls on Saturday night asking for $1.
I'm telling you, listen, all that black unity that happened just a few months ago. I'm like, where are all these people? They just after their unity day, girl, I ain't heard a gosh darn thing from them in the
It's been
community.
real quiet. It's been cricket.
Girl, came together for one week and dispersed. But let me tell you, listen, the reason why we do this is because listen, we love our people. But the Bible also taught, and I keep saying the Bible because this is the city of churches, so it just happens to be a lot of
But let
belief.
me also add this in. I am not religious, y'all. Okay, she's
I'm not
religious,
religious either.
everything
I'm
or whatever.
spiritual. I was
Okay,
born, raised up.
spiritual. Okay, me, for everybody who can like connect with me, I do not believe in that bullshit. Okay, but we have our opinion. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe in it. I think it was something man-made. It's a man-made book by white people to control black people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe any of it. None of it. I'm still on my journey to finding the truth for me. So
There you go. There you go. Mic drop for that too. I just feel like people need to um, love and protect, like I always say, the sick child. It is very clear that Black people in this country suffers, and we really suffer because there's a lack of knowledge, and we don't stick together. You know, white people came together and protected and supported one of their least ones, one of their least educated ones in Donald Trump, and they did not turn against him like they say. That's my guy, and I'm gonna stick beside him. That's my guy, and I'm gonna stick beside him. They stuck beside him. You hear me?
Mm,
And we
mm.
wanted to stick beside the ones that are equipped for such a time as this. And so, the reason why we call out our people is because we love our people. We know that our people can do better. And that is the spirit that this is of. We love y'all, period. So I think we have a few comments. We'll read some of y'all comments. If anybody wants to come on and talk about anything that we just spoke about, um, click the link. The link is in the comments, right?
Yes.
Click the link.
Let
Should
me
we
see if
read
I
some of these
can.
comments?
Oh, have y'all reached out to the parent of the missing child? No, we have not. He was found. We left it
What's
at
up to
that.
our sister Sharon? What's up to my sis
Mhm.
Larita, Angel, Julie? Who else we got on here? Shout out to everybody who commenting. Shout out to our
What y'all
people.
think? I know we have some. I know we had a question in there. What do we do next? That's always what like.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
a good
thing that
question.
we have. Man, we strategize so much and talk and think and you know what I'm saying. We move kind of quietly. We've been moving real quietly lately, but trust that we've been moving. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Sometimes we can't really talk about some of the stuff that we have going on behind the scenes, you know. So just know that we are always working. We work Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday, a lot of times. So,
and
but
if you want to be in the room strategizing with us, fill out our volunteer form. Look at our Facebook page and fill out that volunteer form. And even if you can volunteer 1 hour a week, and you can really see behind the social media, the strategy and the planning that we have to do in order to come before you all. We are currently onboarding volunteers so that we can expand the things that we're doing. We would love for you all to give an hour, 2 hours a week to the work. This work feels good
mhm,
because we're doing it for our young Black kids who can't speak up for themselves right now, for the young Black single mothers who don't have the help and don't have the time to do the research that we do, for the Black men who feel the weight of having to work several jobs a week and take care of their families, and so they don't have the time to give to the work. We do it for the people who cannot do it.
the
So if people,
link for that form is now in the chat, so
okay,
y'all can check that out. It's on YouTube and Facebook chat.
uh,
um,
I wanna read some of the comments here.
saying this fight is still fighting and trying.
It's not even letting me see all the comments. Alicia, do you see any good comments in there? I know we had a bunch of them.
Um, we just had the one Sharon after Exerius. But speaking to pastors or pastors speaking to their churches is doing nothing. Represents the power they don't have. Ain't no way as a parent I'm letting you describe my missing child in this manner. That's for Lorita. It's
Right.
always about the money, Julie. Yes, it is.
Thank you, 6A for the stars. Thank you for your continued support. Trinity, we see you, girl. Thanks for praying for us. Amber, we see you. What's up? How you doing? Praying for you. Um, Brandy, yes, definitely. Shout out to all of y'all. Sharon, Julie, we see you.
Oh, y'all
Speaking to
sending stars?
pastors.
Okay, thanks for the
Speaking to, and if you guys ever want to donate to our Cash App, to our Venmo, those donations are even more than the stars. The stars.
What happened to you, girl? You frozen. The stars, they're pretty cheap. You know, they're like I think each star is just a penny or something like that or whatever. But you know, you can donate with stars. You can donate with on our Venmo, Cash App, all that good stuff. We do a thing called $2 Tuesdays. If you guys don't know, and $5 Fridays. $2 a month, $2 a week. Like it doesn't matter, whatever you want. So the form is in the chat. Let me see if Daylona can get back on here. you guys, we also have a link to our intimate forum. So if you go through something, if you've been through something, or have something going on, you know someone, you can send that link to them. That's on our Facebook page as well. I'm gonna put that in the chat just so you guys have that right here. But yeah, so today has been interesting. We knew somebody would pop out with something crazy. Of course. Is she back? I hear. Oh, there she is.
Was I out of the
Okay.
stream all that time?
Girl, yes.
That is so ridiculous. I was trying to actually get to our Facebook page, but it looks like I can't navigate out of this app. No, I was just
Oh,
reading
okay.
some of the questions and shouting out some of our people. Julie in the comments, 6 8 sending out stars, Sharon in there, Larita in there. We definitely want to acknowledge and shout out our people and our supporters in the comments.
Yeah.
Um, oh, Sharon with the a really good question, which was have what's next? What can we do to help the family? I believe that in this case, unless the family reaches out, I don't know if there's anything that we can do in that case besides speak to the police, Fort Wayne Police and the Indiana State Police, because the issue is mainly there. And then moving forward, what can we do for in regards to situations like this? Is that we have to put out the correct narrative. That narrative painted natural hair as unkept, so we have to do the very opposite. We need to speak to beauty salon owners and black women with natural hair, black guys that cut hair with natural hair, who could actually speak to the beauty and the power in the black hair. And so we have to make sure we put that narrative out there and make sure that we put that in the media and make it just as loud, or if not louder, than that message that went out to all of Indiana. And so I think that that's something that we could really do next, is which is um, speak to the media and speak to everybody about the power in wearing your natural texture of hair and keeping it healthy. I think that's a really good question. um, Now there are a few other things that Alicia and I, hey baby, that Alicia and I were speaking
I
about
just thinking.
today. um, They're the boys. Congratulations on your game today.
Say hi.
I love those teeth. Okay. Uh, so we spoke about the way that black men are depicted in the media. Alicia spoke really well to that. We know that it's really hard out here for black men because, and this happens to me, so I know it happened to black men. People double locking their doors when you walk past their cars, and them walking back to their car just to make sure that it's locked when they see that a black person is in the area. I've experienced all of those things. So, we just want to make sure that we're empowering our black men and our black boys, because we know that it's hard out here for them. Um, what else did we talk about, Alicia? I know,
Yeah.
I know we brought up a couple of cases that happened that are really, really tough. Um, I know that down in Georgia, there
Mhm.
was a black woman who was shot through her wall. The bullet went through her wall, went through her headboard, and killed her. This happened down in Georgia. I believe it was in Duluth, but it happened in Georgia. And she was shot by, the bullet was shot by a white man, a young white man who says he was cleaning his gun, um, and he accidentally discharged that bullet. He put a note. He didn't know she was dead. He said he put a note, and they share a common wall. These condos share a common wall. But he left a note at her door and said that he would pay for the damages. And he knocked on the door and didn't get any answer. At that point, he did not alert the office, or he did not alert the police, but he went to work. And he later found out that she had died, and he turned himself in, and they're saying that it's an accident. And my personal opinion is that black people should be alarmed, that we should make sure that there is a full investigation to the relationship between the two parties, and that they search his social media and search his home for any racist rhetoric or anything, that could pin this and make it a hate crime. I mean, we give people the benefit of the
We don't
doubt.
know.
Yeah, you
You
just
never
never.
know.
So we know that for black people, we have to make sure that there's a full investigation into this matter. And one that is especially troubling for me today was what is his name? Barry Washington Jr.
I think
They
so.
call him BJ, Barry Washington Jr., who was killed in a bar by a white man who said that he was hitting on his girlfriend. This was captured on video. He was shot and killed in the midst of an altercation between these parties. He was shot and killed, and then they laughed over his body. While you hear only one person in the video who was screaming hysterically, saying, "Call the police," you hear other people saying the N word and laughing. I did something that I shouldn't have done, and I've been saying I wasn't going to be consuming this type of traumatic media, but I did view the video, and I was probably physically really paralyzed for at least 5 minutes because I, I'm tired, and in the moment, I'll tell you, I just felt like a sense of rage, just like I want to scream and let it all out,
Hmm.
you know. So that was hard, but that happened. And if you guys can share on your social media, we just need to let the people down in where did this happen at? In Oregon.
Hmm.
Oregon. We need to just let the people down in Oregon know that this they said this to stand your ground state. So excuse me, they're saying that he stood his ground, and he's not. Well, they did not originally arrest him. They let him out. But I believe with all of the social media attention, they upgraded his charges. But we need to stay on this. We need to share it and speak about it as much as possible. Oh, bless you.
Bless me.
um, so we talked about those things for sure, because we know that things similar to this have happened in Fort Wayne, Indiana, too. So yeah,
It's sick. I can't like stuff like that. I just can't like watch the videos anymore. I think it was back to back George Floyd and also what's the gentleman's name that was in the car? The wife was live streaming when the police came and the baby was in the back seat. Those two videos
mm,
made me like I can't I don't want to see like I can't watch the videos because then it'll sit with me. Like it sits with me. It sits in my mind. It sits there like even when I'm just like driving, it sits there when I'm going to bed. It sits there when I'm watching TV. It sits there when I'm just working. Like it sits in your that image, that feeling, that like dread, that hopeless dread, like ugh, the heaviness of the thought, the pain, the you know what I'm saying of how it keeps happening. And I'm glad that we have social media now, and we can also record with our phones, so we have more
yeah,
evidence of actually what has been happening. The traumatization that we went through in this country through school. We just talked about that the other day, like being traumatized in school. Like I was literally traumatized by people in school because of my color, because of who I am. Not being, and it wasn't. I did face some like white hate, you know, type of thing, but I also, faced the "you ain't black" type of, bullying. It's a real
Yeah.
thing. Like like
You
it,
had
it, it was terrible.
microaggressions. You had a lot of microaggressions probably on the white
Hmm.
side. On the black side, it was more overt from a bully. What was the question that I asked you? I think I asked you because we were speaking about. Oh, yeah, yeah. Uh, I was speaking about a person in my life that like, and this is a question. I'll ask this to the audience as well. Is there anybody in your life that you have not forgiven that you will still want to seek revenge on? And I asked Alicia that, and she was able to tell me immediately who the person was for her. And that's how it is when you have that person and it's like your heart hasn't fully forgiven them. And I'm fully aware of the incident in my life that led me to not fully forgiving this person. And that person is, I'm just going to be 100% honest, that person is Chad Hissong, the principal at Snyder High School, who did so much dirt to me and put things on my professional teacher's file that were false.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm gonna, eventually really give you guys I'm gonna bring the receipts to the internet. Okay, to Beyonce's internet. I'm gonna bring the receipts to Beyonce's internet and let y'all know what happened. Cause guess what? This happened. It happened before me. It happened to another black principal at Snyder High School before me. And because there was nothing done in her case, and she was a black female principal, it happened to her, and she couldn't seek revenge, or she couldn't get accountability or justice because she had to go to work. She had to go find another school to be a principal, right? And then there were other students that this happened to. And I got all of these reports of people that this happened to, but they couldn't seek accountability and they really didn't have the time to do it and they didn't know how to do it. And at the time, I had all these stacks of receipts, but I didn't have the time to do it because I had to get on to the next job. And so, yeah, that person is Chad Hissong, the current principal at Snyder High School, which Wendy Robinson, who was then the superintendent, didn't do a gosh darn thing about it. And there are other black people who are superintendents in Fort Wayne Community Schools currently, church folk, black folk, who didn't do nothing. The NAACP with Sheila Curry Campbell didn't do nothing. Actually, Sheila Curry Campbell told me to shut up, told me not to say nothing. She told me not to say nothing
Sheila,
because she said, pick your battles. That's one of her
Sheila.
favorite things. Miss Shayla, Sheila told me to pick my battles. She told me not to fight this white man, which leaves him in that school to do it again to another
Mm,
black.
mm, mm, mm,
And so that's the part that really gets me. I know that there are a lot of young black kids under his tutelage, and they're gonna feel the microaggressions, and some teachers
mm,
the overt, right, the overt racism from him.
mm,
And that bothers me that he's still there and people knew what he did to me and they shut it down. Even on the legal side, they never was able to say that you're wrong, Delana. I had a teachers union. The teachers union said he's done this to several people. They say you're right, but it was always you're right, but oh
mm,
my God,
mm,
look at
mm,
this
mm.
evidence, but so I'm not done with that case, and I will still be seeking accountability with that. But Alicia shared with me her situation, and I understood it.
Yeah, so I would say the person that I always wanted to seek revenge on was someone I went to school with who literally made my life hell. She put me on different paths that I think that if I would have had better uh, parental guidance, maybe, or better, I don't know. I was just put on different paths because of the way I was treated by this person. And this person had so much influence on other kids to shun me from them as well. And so, being mixed in school, being shunned by a black girl, Like I wanted to be with the little cheer team y'all got going on. Okay, I want to play with y'all. No, mutt. We don't. You ain't
Mm,
black. You're a mutt. Like, okay. So that type of thing really made me do different, like go down different paths, do different things that I probably wouldn't have done. I don't know. I was more of a. I think after that happened, it was like I couldn't get along. I couldn't get with the white girls because I wasn't white enough. I couldn't get with the black girls because I wasn't black enough. And so I started to hang out with the black guys because the black guys, they like me. You know what I'm saying? They like me. So I was seeking, friendship from just men only because where else am I going to go? You know? But yeah, she terrorized me, literally terrorized me. And I went to school with her at every, level, elementary, middle, then high school. You know what I'm saying? So she was always there. And later on in life, I had I serve, I serve as a side job, and I took care of her once in a restaurant, and it was funny because this is years later, and you treat me like crap still for what? Like, man, for what? Um, she just ran the shit out of me, and then left me the shittiest tip ever. But just ran me back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. She knew who I was. She knew exactly who I was. But being in the service industry, what can I say? I really can't say much. But yeah, so that would be that would be the person I want to seek revenge on, and it'll come. I know it'll come. It'll be karma. I don't really like to say revenge because that feels like I'm evil or something. But
mm,
I feel the revenge, but I'll just call it karma. You know.
yeah.
So I know that it's gonna come back around on her, and I hope it hits her really hard. And I hope when that karma comes, she'll think of me. Like it'll be a situation where she's like, "Oh, damn, I remember I called that girl Mutt and wouldn't let her play with us, or I did this, or the different situations she put me in and the different ways she made me feel." I hope she feels that one day. I think she will.
Yeah. And it's tough
So,
to speak about those things, because like I'm an advocate for therapy, and I believe that there are always things in our past that we have to heal from. And
mm-hmm,
sometimes people teach you that, oh, forgive and let it go, and you
mm-hmm,
let it go for yourself. And I do agree that you let things go for yourself, but other things you seek legal counsel for. Take these people to court, okay, if you got a case. In my situation, I got a
mm-hmm,
A's. And the thing is that I'm doing it not for myself, but more so for anybody who is black that comes behind me at that school, because it does something to me when I hear stories of so many people, more than four people that this happened to before me, and because it wasn't handled then, it happened to me. And
mm-hmm,
that makes me feel like I have to do something so that it doesn't happen to someone else.
right.
So that there's a bit a lot a greater purpose there. We have to teach our people how to advocate for themselves. And I think that
We got
Alicia,
a we got
okay.
a comment in here too from Trinity. She says they purposefully held me back because I was a black honors student. They tried to hold me as long as possible so I could graduate from their school, and that was Elsie Ward. Back in the day, I went to Elsie Ward as well. She said she was an
Wow.
honors student. They didn't want her. They didn't want her to get out of that program. They wanted her to graduate from there because of her grades were so high, so they could say, "Ooh, look what we did." You know what I'm saying? So they kept holding her back. That's ooh,
Wow.
girl. Mm,
And see, that's why advocacy is so important. That's something else that
mm-hmm,
Alicia and I do. And we don't talk about everything that we do, but eventually we will. But teaching our parents how to advocate for their students, for their kids, is very, very important. Black parents, you have to be present, a presence at your school. They have to know that you are watching them so that they'll do the right thing by your kids. White parents be going to the school board meetings. White parents be going up to
To
the
be
school
honest.
just to visit. Hi, I would like to meet the principal. I mean, I had white parents who was calling up to the school cussing me out. And I told the principal, and the principal was like, I don't want my school to be on the news. Like, just give the parents what they want, change the grade. That type of stuff is
Mm,
going
mm,
on.
mm.
They don't want these white parents to pipe up, so they give them what they want. And white parents know it. So, black parents, advocate for your baby. It's
Mm-hmm.
so necessary.
And I'm gonna show this too because this thing right here. This thing right here.
Come on.
Black Parent Advocate. Okay, this is by Dr. Umar. If you if you have a black child in the public school system, this book is like so important. It literally writes out letters. If you don't want them to stand for the flag, if you are going through, if your child has a disability, it gives you letters. It tells you what you can do. It gives you your rights. It gives you these examples that you can send to the school and fill it in yourself to advocate for your child. You know, talking
Yeah.
about suspensions, being expelled, um, all that stuff. So I have used this recently and I've gained a lot of knowledge. We've used this recently, okay? We have been advocating for children here in the city.
Mhm. Um, and so Alicia and I are just letting you guys in on the conversations we be having, and we would love to
Mm,
like include you guys in on this conversation. But have you guys heard about Biden giving billions of dollars to the Afghans? Is that true? In his relief package, I saw someone
mm,
posted today. One of our mentors posted it today. Tori Lowe posted an article that said that Biden in his relief plan gave a certain amount of $1 billion to the Afghans. Did you guys hear about this? Like, there must have been
I heard
something
about it.
really, yeah, if something wrong was done to the Afghans and they got their $1 billion, where are my reparations? Because I'm mad now. I'm mad. I got student loan debt that I need paid. Y'all need to stop playing. Black people, why aren't thousands of us down there in Washington right now threatening Biden and his old ass?
There's some things now. I'm not even gonna. I used to try to classify my thoughts, to a party, but I really just can't because I'm all over the place. With this, yes, okay, I understand like helping others and all that. I completely understand that. I want to help others, even, anybody, doesn't matter who you are. But I feel like I hope that and mm, I, this touchy subject here now, because you just don't know. Like, y'all know what I'm thinking.
Six
Like,
point
what,
four billion.
like, you're giving all this money. You telling me every single person that came over, that y'all brought over here, every single person that y'all brought over here was helping y'all over there? How many people they brought over here? All them people was helping y'all.
65,000, but they
So
won't
y'all
let the
has
Haitians through the door. But they won't let the Haitians through the door. We don't want to talk about what Haiti has done for America. The reason why America is even America, the aid that was lended to America by Haiti, but y'all hating on them because they didn't let y'all colonize them. Haiti's still black and y'all still mad all these years, but y'all won't let the Haitians through the door. But y'all want 6.5 billion for the Afghans. Now listen, black people, we gotta be selfish in this. It's been 500 years. When are we gonna be mad enough to insurrect a building.
Right. Uh-huh.
I'm willing to
We,
go ahead and start working out so I could climb one of them. I'm down if you down.
we
That we
just
need
talked
to be
about this
shaking
the other
hands.
day. We think about our choices. We call them choices now, rather than sacrifices. And we are we ready to sacrifice. Well, I mean, who else is ready to make some choices? Like, we need an insurrection. Can we get an
My
insurrection?
thing is, I'm just not about to be making no choices for no grown men, black pastors. Oh, I'm not done talking about them. I ain't gonna about to be making it. I'm not about to be sacrificed because this is the thing. Fort Wayne, Indiana, the protesters sacrificed freedom. We got protesters on house arrest doing community service, young people who made a decision to stand up for black lives, but you got hundreds of black lives making money right now. I mean, let me tell you. So people sold pictures of the protests and made money. People were able to pass legislation because of the protests. See, the protests made white people listen to black people more. It made
Hmm.
the protest made white people want to donate to black businesses more. So the thing is that these black businesses and people who benefited because the protests happened are not seeking protesters saying, I appreciate you. Let me do something. Let's do a benefit, a grant. Let's start a $10,000 grant. Let's start small. $10,000 grant where any protester can come in here and get a grant. Just fill out this paperwork and we're gonna give you $1,000 grant. Thank you for what you did for the city of Fort Wayne. That's the type of stuff we need to be doing.
Hmm. Because you know
And
what?
so
Nothing would have happened. If it would have been, if it's like a series of events, y'all. If we wouldn't have had those protests, if we wouldn't have got together in them protests, and nothing would have happened. Look, we would have still been around here. Nothing going on. No action at all. No talk.
mhm.
No nothing. Nothing. Period.
Shout out to Xerius. Yes, America has never been a country to mind their own business. Bullies. As of late, they haven't supported its people, more specifically its people of color. 1,000%. There's so many homeless people in this country, and y'all talking about
Man,
giving the dollars to somebody. We still need our next installment of the pandemic check. Where's my money? Y'all playing billions of dollars.
look,
Child,
these
please.
people without color. These people without color. Now, these people without color, crazy.
Now, what Xerius just said, 2024 can't come soon enough for me. Xerius, I was just talking about this the other day. Who are we preparing for that election? Because they coming with the come on. Anytime they
Hmm.
lose an election, the next election they be with all the iskits.
The
Okay,
smoke.
what are we? What is our counter? Who are we putting up? What
We
kind of
need to.
coalitions are we building to make sure we get our candidates in, but not just get them in, but that we can still control the House and the Senate?
Yeah, we need people. We really do. Locally, we need people. We need somebody to replace Karen with Charles.
Quick and wit girl. Oh, Karen going to the lady house.
Speaking,
Girl. Karen. Karen. Karen.
Karen Richards. Karen.
Girl, goodbye. Karen, you know good well we don't be playing no games with you. We was just at your house a few months ago. Please talk about what Karen did. Y'all want to put up? You want to put up the article? What Karen did? And the media
Mm.
covering it like she's in all her white hair glory. Girl, goodbye. She probably looked like that at 35. She had that white hair and that skin at 35. Stop playing.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
She been looking like that for 35 years.
Funny.
Aging like milk, child.
Oh shit. Oh,
What can y'all
let me see
Karen?
what this is.
Lord,
Oh,
what Karen done did? and ain't nobody in the city said nothing about it. Who article we gonna put up? Which news station?
Let me see. It has to be, can't be 55 because you know they ugh.
Yeah. Uh,
Mm-mm.
I actually sent the article to you in our chat.
I was trying to find it too.
I'm gonna find it in our chat.
Like, why did she go to that person's house? I'm just wondering because I've never seen that before.
Do y'all know what we talking about already?
She went. You remember the other day? Very, very, very sad situation where um, two children
Consumed.
consumed their parents' medicine. One died, and one, I believe, is still in the hospital. And Karen Richards went to the house.
Okay, here it is. I just dropped it in our chat. I'm gonna drop it in this chat.
Um,
You drop it in the restream chat.
well, what happened? Our live ended on Facebook. Our live ended on Facebook. I wonder why.
It did.
Somebody trying to come in? Who was that?
I think that's me.
Oh,
Our
that's you
live
doing it.
on Facebook. Why that live in on Facebook?
But who?
Is it
Who came? Oh, that's it says my
that's
name. Why does it say my name? Huh,
it shouldn't
that's
say your
weird.
name. It's me.
Yeah, it's super weird. It says offline. Oh, it says we're offline everything. What?
Do they only give us an
Maybe